issue say me until that Cecelia Dapaa me penance empa. But you see, who your politics and make sure say you are offering a fair playing ground. You are being fair. You are being balanced. Be fair. Because Vikiyama Diaba Oya Kola no nya adwuma nkodu baby enti. It was very difficult for a lot of people to say that yeah, oh ye ni papa ye sika wabone bra. It's not fair. The law should be applied without prejudice. And this year any mu say asubeti nie kokoba nie ama banie afin nie enti we shouldn't apply the law like that. It should be fair and balanced. And none of Esla Nkasa asema okoka ebu abono no. Today, asema we ba who say Esla Nkasa and granted she will speak. Esla will not speak. In fact, she's not under any obligation to speak, but she will be under a moral obligation. Say, having spoken about Vikiyama Dieno, people will be expecting Esla to speak. And then the video we're trending on. Because even with just an audio recording, Kekawusi, she should be investigated. And eventually, Mama Pamu lady, no. Now, Auntie Cecelia Dapaa, nobody is talking about even investigation. MPP for members in none of them have spoken about investigation. 71% now wunya no one better baby na wunya 50%. Ebe affect 50 plus 1 na one national no. What so be? It is such a party, such a government. I will say who are doing papa or policy papa the bebo Ghana for. You want to be able to reduce your standard. Wait, and yet a colloquial or class 1 cry. And now will be our starting first year political student. Can tell you this. Don't you know this? Don't you see this? Moi na mo senke mo ho. Na mpase mo wa dwen pama Ghana for mo na mbeti me adane Ghana Dubai. Say na mo Dubai ni say na yeye no. Qatar no say ni yeye no. Singapore no say ni yeye no. Malaysia no say ni yeye no. Aban we by every day bia mo scandal ba. Ya mo musa mo wire media for ya bash mo more. Because there was a higher expectation of you than NDC. Obi enim say NDC for them na mo ti bu ye bougie party. MPP is a middle class party It's not that be fire more. You fire more because you have a higher expectation. They are to share more than NDC. You should share more than NDC.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
A MPPO, NDC will say to them, a Ghana for citizens, and at the end of the day, we are the beneficiaries of my Michelle. And I may bobo video see natural because this week near my air trending no this year can't wasem. First and foremost, this $1 million scandal, but we are not saying it because say obi any right to see obenyani sika. One now you were duma now how would you pay? You have every right to do as you please with your money. But the issue arises where there are public officials involved. Si lawyer is here so a private citizen on one as a juma no. Say impose on you a certain level of obligation, a certain level of expectation, be reasonable expectations. Say nipa adwinimuno obia wa adwini bi say wosa wo da subi ne ban bi adia se su ne ban na nuru saa na just a problem niam bi wo hono ma emremo odian mo enya de betron black and white say 1 + 1 = 2 but niam bi wo hono ma say the Bible cracker say wo niam nyina ho kwan benye ni nyina na fata ye niam bi wo hono ma nya ni nyina na fata ye. Which is why, as the Owusu for Minister for Communication, Asemia, Okokane Vikiyama time is very, very important. And they say air trending, because in the Vikiyama case, there was only an issue of speculation. Say, Sister Ninyan Kofa Isikano, at least there was no evidence at the time. So when Yanko Kofa $1 million, but she had indicated, she had even voiced those words. And that was at least 70% of there's a word there's a legal word I'm even used for. What to me take steps? What take steps? Inti adia no nya so obi be fa aban sika na so obi be for man ni sika. Oh sorry, I know akofa o. Number 1, there's an intention that is formed. Nipa no body trim pop. Say me say. Number 2, now for we 221 amon say may start a process. Say 10% na medio. Say 20% na medio. Say you maybe na may award the contract to somebody I know. Say conflict of interest bill, then they start the process. Or starting process ni year and son out there no. Wakwakoye exactly adia na anti when you have action, let us say that is a full manifestation of a general or fire no. You can see a bad road and so because see I told you some of these issues didn't be scandalous. The any you jive the most important issues now affecting Ghana for which is bread and butter issue. A Diana Ghana for Bedi, a Juma Ghana for Nyanye. What I say? A Aquanya has say, Kania ye dumno, inconsistency in power supply. There are key issues. A trending issues. And many those major issues. Because trending issues, yepo, every day. And then this in the MPP tia konyesu the best about third force to cry about trending issues the beba. But we will not lose sight of the major issue. As I say, I can't want them, which in this case, none of you can say very I can't want them. Now, no, I mean, you are a year first, Nanaya, a Cassene, a Obapa, Nanaya, Quadrenia break, can say the offering crime. Achimota, air coach a bicate, a some, a 20 be a quine cacray, who to me be 8 hours or it just doesn't make sense. Adia kum Ghana productivity kasia panika kwine. Traffic, kwine money. Airport residential area, who free airport. Aquatema. Sometimes one will already bear 5 hours. Or maybe be any one of a person you know, yes, sir. You will not go anywhere if you do that. Traffic on kwa jing for productive hours, yaboso. Okada business, yabe okada business in because of traffic. Okada for no traffic ni kwine money kre kuomo. So, yeni tax money, ye 11 in this case, MPP aban or Tiakonyasu. As I said, to me say and say in terms of road, a himpan or the Sikanoko. Mamma found that scandal medium. May say about Yamame Esla, a video natural be winning. A bar Vicky Yama, dear, Vicky Yama, where Yanko Jisicano, but Esla say ye investigating. Mume dealing with the person. Secretary and budget. Unim. Politicians that told you almost casa, they have no idea, say, a summer mokano. In the case of Esla, yes, a bua bono sharp. A bua bono sharp. Tiebio asema is the Usuka and say, Vicky Hama semno anabano. Ya na Vicky Hama yanko jiskebia. Emo mono ani miana men DC for. Woman say power struggle or ministry at the time. Nay, and I know you're the minister. Vicky Hama a deputy. Rahel Apo another deputy. Power struggle na never honey because na no yeli to kununi tonilita. Sabre not on the so the Mahama lawyer, just say, oh no, you're big man. Watch him shadow vice president to be on Canasem. Ain't he oyeli taba ministry or no, or more according to common and never table to be on Canasem. Obianco yelita, some Vicky Yamakas one year, while my ministry or grass and Tokani Adiane here no. On the target is Obenya $1 million if you are open baby atana. Or can some no wow ye nedi. Na MPP for including your mame Esla, omu ye campaign, ye way, it smacks of corruption. My member video nature beam.
You're not taking lightly talk about making money. Do you think that there's a need to investigate that? You think that's necessary?
Absolutely. I think that for starters, and I've said that in another voice, we need to start with a lifestyle audit. We need to start with a lifestyle audit of our people in positions of authority. You heard President Mills saying that if SEPS officials are able to build a house in 3 years, then it means they're corrupt. What about government officials whose only official source of income is their salary, acquiring property in 3-4 years? Isn't that worth investigating?
But the thing that Professor Mills spoke about, and God bless his soul, we know them, we just play ostrich, don't we?
That is why I'm saying that we shouldn't just pay lip service to it and say things that we want people to hear. But we should move beyond that and start with a lifestyle audit of our people in positions of authority.
It's waiting as some way say very, very important. A decent baby about bedroom to me can want them new said yet here. As last time your cocaine or say, we can just audio kekana about Bontino. Something we see an investigation, so of course. In fact, or Sunday so crazy any lifestyle audit. Hey, MPP for hey, and then the Amiami Yaba Ellen Amadeko Bebre because I said well, it's very difficult to defend. It will be very difficult to explain. Obebre because see, Esla, oh no, you're being confessed. You can't cry or say. Yenye lifestyle audit. Na mo MPP for a lifestyle auditor. And come on, pass it. The same Susu Diana Esla proposition Susu and the time Susu Vikiyama no. Or say any lifestyle audit. Na ye dibi Susu mo amuba ye ebinumu enya 39 houses. Ebi enya ye mo koba. Ebinum home life. Na mu need properties. na mu ni adwuma ene mu nya you see politicians they just all says they say Kojo Ponkroma Minister of Information why Kojo Ponkroma cannot speak no make asa no obeka den one kasa MPP about you make things difficult for your own government. You make things difficult for your own government. Because one Minister of Information, I said, well, how is he going to defend it? How is he going to defend it? Mahama Kachem said, breaking the 8, breaking. And you see, if you listen to the point that Mahama Kanoa was he more cry, you got away with a lot of things. My beginning because of goodwill and MPP. When you see, because MPP for goodwill and you throw party over power, which mean 1 million votes. And then easy votes is how 1 million between 2012 elections and in 2016 elections. Vote MPP for the back old vote was 1 million. 1 million. Such a party, the 1 million vote is indicative of the confidence, the trust our people had in MPP. And yet, MPP Kroya, look at what you're doing. Na Mahama Kano. Some goodwill, no Kroya, and Nusa. And so mobile a scandal over scandal. Scandal no cry take center stage from Mufia SHS. No. Scandal no cry our fans. A chair 1D1F. No. Scandal, a cost of Muama Bermu. Scandal upon scandal. I don't know. Someone who here. Na mo wi amusemo san kwakoye campaign amaba omi ana ala na ken na say eja akona mo dey na wo gina so dey campaign cause you yourself you are throwing yourself under the bus because see the Nana Rebecca ye or any statement you kase he is confident to say ye mama Cecelia Dapaa de na want to sworn ni nukro die ni su bampa for special officer special prosecutor investigations na o ma comments no ye ba be fo ma me no so onye eboni be granted. But you see, Mahama Tamono, say Mahama Koka say, and Tesla Kano, say any investigation. Everybody supports say any investigation. So why is it that I will be there and then I raise the issue? Say me until that Cecelia Dapaa me penance empire. But you see, your politics and make sure say you are offering a fair playing ground. You are being fair. You are being balanced. Be fair, because Vikiyama Diaba Oyakola no nye adwuma nkodu baby enti. It was very difficult for a lot of people to say that papa it's not fair. The law should be applied without prejudice. And this year say we shouldn't apply the law like that. It should be fair and balanced. And none of Tesla today, I said and granted she will speak. Ursula will not speak. In fact, she's not under any obligation to speak. But she will be under a moral obligation, say, having spoken about Vikiyama Dieno, people will be expecting Ursula to speak. And then the video we're trending on. Because even with just an audio recording, she should be investigated. And eventually, Mahama Pamu lady, now, Auntie Cecelia Dapaa, nobody is talking about even investigation. MPP for members, none of them have spoken about investigation. And my men just to protect her own integrity was maritime. Maritime, it's not baby. I dream, me cry me a prim. Because mammy will know upon a bro, a premier, Nika Siakate, where a rubber, our bonny bra. But it still doesn't change the fact that you are a public office holder. You sit in a public office, Sikafa or ministry, ho. And therefore, Saudi Bibi Kotube, wow, dear cry, didn't know because be an anya dear. Especially when you have done the same thing to NDC. Criticize them to be crowd and not for crack. Akokasa or ambition or what die soon or when it's a diuno when ya yank or bay or in Sababombi, ya pamono. What do ya wunya, you know? And so ya unisika or fieno. I'll be a becase. Of course, will be a baby James Canon and Yanadia. But you see, Nina after Toto. Any reasonable person be an agent because say afterthought. A train of mechanics. They will never assume first, say they should just vouch for the integrity of minister. No? Now, why? See, this one is when you yourself, a debt exchange, I didn't go for a bank. I bond in the idea. Debt exchange program no under IMF. If your minister, has money, no keeping one if lawyer or Juma office of the president to sue Sika and Winifia. It's smart say you are not practicing what you preach. What the answer be anto chen? Ukofa abansiko wan kofa abansiko me the ni nyina anto chen. The main thing is that what you preach here you didn't practice it. What the okas ye fie sika nkoto bank. Na ki emfa ni nyina ansom Ghana man and show up Ghana economy no. You didn't practice what you preach. The while be catch ye say yen keep ye sika no in CD. You didn't practice what you preached. You didn't practice what you preached. And what dear MPP aban, that is why I could do upon Dino. You see, and this is why I am a Yama MPP for no. That more must breaking the 8. More for him, Mako break his 8, you know, with these scandals. One cassa for him, now I could break 8, you know. Now, I'm a analysis, and chair, some chramo. A year friend saying, my member, my video, answer my court when so. The vote difference between NDC and MPP 2020 results, a kit webio. MPP, the vote, in fact, to share NDC World Bank. What a voter region. The total percentage of votes NDC nya voter region kwano 84.8%. Ya can 85% of the total vote. NDC nkwomunya 85% of vote from voter region. Ashanti region. MPP force Ashanti region World Bank and the fact supports that. But Ashanti region 71%. Intitio World Bank ni mi enukra NDC fonya more from their World Bank than MPP. If you're operating with these dynamics, you should be the last government that should be doing AFS scandals, that should be engaged in scandals. We are working with these kind of numbers, sir. You should be the last person who should engage himself in scandals, especially when you are coming with a new candidate. Because NDC for the only old candidate never, the new candidate never. So that means you have to market the person more. Economic crisis, so you have to do more work. I don't even know MPP for research analysts no if they look at these numbers. Your World Bank alone gives you, but in terms of nominal numbers, no MPP gets more because in terms of actual figures in there, 71% in terms of numbers, some MPP for more than NDC. But in terms of percentages, no the NDC World Bank no, I am more committed to a NDC than MPP for World Bank because MPP World Bank in Ashanti region can swing on MPP at any time. Ashanti you bet me decided to vote no kwam nkoto voter party bebem 71% na wunya no wan hwe beto baby na wunya 50% e be affect 50 plus 1 na one national no waso be hye. It is such a party, such a government wona wo say wo adwen papa wo policy papa de bebo Ghana for no. You want to be able to reduce your scandal wey enye akola kra wo class 1 kra and now will be our starting first year political student can tell you this. Don't you know this? Don't you see this? More senke mo ho. Na mpase mo wadwen pama Ghana for mo na mbeti me adane Ghana Dubai. Say na mo Dubai ni say na yeye no. Qatar no say ni yeye no. Singapore no say ni yeye no. Malaysia no say ni yeye no. Aban we by every day bia mo scandal ba. Ya mo musa mo wire media for ye bash mo more because there was a higher expectation of you than NDC. Obi say NDC for the one amotibu ye bougie party. MPP is a middle class party, eh? It's not that they fire more, no. You fire more because you have a higher expectation. They are to share more than NDC. You should share more than NDC. NDC for could attempt me normally and time can be because in NDC there. A Keda party. It came with Keda. Keda for one the foundation of NDC. It came out of a revolution. So it's really not so much different. But more MPP for more musika dada. President say ni inaugural speech or catch Ghana for say why you want to say oh be pesike dia call private practice. Call private because ono na ba mu de unya kapre no wadi. That's why by scandal upon scandal. Any inflated figure, any AGOA, and a project in here ni say and now so many scandals MPP mo bet na konya so. From your own self, conflict of interest. Issues. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? What you buy now when you crowd and go in peace. And go in peace. But you are sinking yourself. My video and come back to the figures. So
abysmally is that he got an easy pass and they develop a certain sense of impunity and they believe that whatever they do, nobody is going to talk. It's because every week there's a scandal. And so people get fed up of talking about it and say, look, there's nothing you're going to say that will change this Nanado Baumia administration. So just leave it. It's 1.5 years to election. Let's just bear it out and wait it out.
Eti mahama no. You see, and that's what makes Enyama Bebre very sad. Inti mame fan call the other one, no, which is a map na nature, no. Ocean map where this is national elections. So they baby a green, well, you can see more green than blue. Green NDC, blue MPP. So if you're operating with this, or be anyone was or catch us yesterday. Green more, blue. Although blue no any more in terms of numbers, no blue ni more vote. But you see, who your party or person will solidify. And this is the political aspect of it. Remember, I've finished about the national one, which is implementing issues about for national development. Politics, this is what you're doing. It's a party ukuta numbers say. Wow, the agree no crowd doors, which is why MPP for more parliament, you know. Because seats are more parliament. Because what it? NDC doors, check green doors, check MPP. Now I have a blue no crowd who was running about me a crank at a blue no munya. Sa blue kakana who was rono, a srohono, and about me and MPP munya sa blue no. I think they would be in more trouble than what we are seeing today. So why would this government do this to themselves? Why would this government do this to themselves? Why? And let me take you to the seat. Yeah? 137, 137. This is the parliament. This is how it's looking for them. Party ukuta this kind of number. Party ukuta this kind of number. Osi asasia ba yentijai. Asasia ba udi tijai. Scandal upon scandal. Yemu bisi ya criticizing one. We are criticizing you so that you can do the right thing though. Yeah, the right thing. Kaka now the Jew din ko. Yeah, the right thing. Not Jew din. Cement your name. Obiaba wakao. Where the oya papa kakra to say free SHS ya. Na pe wase no scandal. Oya kakra na de bufu kra ne say moye scandal no kra ba no. Just munya proper communication strategy and manage. Na munya kasa debin kanche Ghana for kono makuma nto omo yem say. Se scandal kra ba wo de ojo ye ho adwuma. Jo munya abochem yen. Mumfa nchan we de achia ye mistake ye ni ye. But to the bia even the attitude with which a government appointees government in penifo kra be kan semwa chiro no. Say, ye to fun amount, and it's all right. Ningina kaon amakojo upon kromamo one more because he doesn't see what he should do again. Oh, who do you want you? Waka kan kojo upon kromana say who do you bio? This is it. It is NDC for line a was no. MPP for then a from. Look at how the trend is. NDC from 1996 they were growing. No mobile for 2012, my time NDC vote Sankosro. Yeah. 2016 NDC Santeba from NDC Tiba for one MPP for course row. Yeah. NDC a call from 2006 no, and then MPP for grow yeah 45.8%. 2020 elections na MPP for ya then Asayatiaba from NDC grew 55. This is Bono region. Just one region assembly here can know. One region assembly. So one party no one yeah yeah ebe boawo. And I want yeah yeah so I want so be yes. So the thing is that just do the right thing, Keke. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. This is just one region. If you look at the regional analysis and breakdown, some of these things, scandals, you know, yeah, kind of. When you go to the regions, the more regions, and your mommy was no regions, no, I feel no quote to law, they don't have time to quote any law. It's a Bruno region, a classic example, Bruno region, and the Dahono, Bruno region. We're putting a northern region and a project, northern region. NDC grew in northern region 52.6%. MPP for Etiba from 46.4%. You do not do that if you are dealing with statistics like this. We are buying now, you are dealing with statistics like this. What the say, do the right thing, Judy. Make the effort to say, wow, no, but ama wankasa wa ban etimi akona nim na wo policies na also be implement we implement am oma for enya ho mfa so ene na dia be wewe ne no eno ene dia be wewe ne mama good evening ma kwa baby o jaso dwumedie ne from vim lady afia pokia enchan kese nkoma ye nkofo a omo hwe ayi adamfopa media e wo ayi Paris Isaac Nini team e wo honom wo fire Nini team so wo DMV area honom High Life Radio ye damasi bebre na ye do asimigachu FM okukrantumi Kids Jersey Radio ewo New Jersey America brochi memo so ya demate boma baso say de bia mo join a very very good one day and I'm join here no so and I stop here adewe any other more maka nyina so ase say de bia mba join ye me de dwumedie no e de top connect for UK omo hwe live top connect for if ya de bia ye hwe we appreciate adwuma a wo no panel no ne ade mo ye no ye nu aba Ellen Amadaku e ka national communication team ema MPP for no ho obeboa ya me yate ase how they can manage, how they can and will manage this scandal, on whether they will manage it at all. Or about Ken Sao had him so be joining here very soon. Ni abema NDC so ebe joining here very soon. Ni abema Chris Chris Dugan so be joining here. Why and how we can bring Ghana to the point that ye be jina baby ye and say ye Ghana for we are proud of Ghana. O send a message, I know send a message aba na ye nyina to me ako ye nim udidi attempt there, but I will ignore the message. I will ignore the message. But when did you attempt that free, I'll read the message for you. Mohammed Suleiman say, are you begging MPP? Are you begging MPP to do the right thing? And why not condemn them? But I'm not condemning, but also betting me condemn it. I choose how I present my issues. You know, a comfort Latin or say if you are more of him comfort, we appreciate you, pa. Uma, I'm so share from Akosomo. Uma, Ewatim Poko say ma ya dasi bebre. A champion kina say if you we love you. I appreciate you too. Appreciate you. Double answer say live or takwa. Good evening. If you are chairman now so takwa for so. Tyree Tijani say how many of them can read this? And only ask them no. How many people can read? And nothing about what you are so now scandal about. You must explain the issues to people. What I say, you must, because more rural areas in there. Yeah, Ogyaa never can you. And your father must say, what this can what I say, because when this is for by what can be. And to know who want to me and church who say more, not just a one or what they are some amount. Kumi Patrick not say if you're good evening. Kumi, good evening to you, pa. Good evening to you. Nana Kofi appear Ashia Junior. Say if you're good evening. And then I join our live power show. So good evening to you, Nana. Also my join pa. Kwame Gok, Kwame dog, mem free be alright. Omo didi attempt, we don't join them in few Joel Adam Saki also say if you is not happy that your party is going into opposition, I mean we be go opposition from home. Now then atamos about man di. I no plan na me to asase no. Enti forget it. Na me do obi abeya nyamasem. Me that's why no only one man me so mawuo. Now that's why one kwande I don't even care what happens. What I say. And occasion not say there are a lot of Ghanaians who have more than that kind of money in their house. Our leaders are failing because of lack of education. We are here and a Ghanaian wanted to buy a football club while we were seeking money in IMF. Well, where they are no you the private money. I don't know any private money. This one has become an issue because that's why it's an issue. I smith the obedi atemosi o asha woman I ya passing LGBT law in Ghana. 87 ya asha one but make I do asha no small. That be the natural way. Because Ghana at 29 no section 104 say o kofa bem or bem kofa bem ya natural canal knowledge. Oba so kofa ba ya natural canal knowledge. Ukoye blow job a natural canal knowledge. Ukoleke a natural canal knowledge. Ya shower make a chop song. If you meet a job, Ubuzam Kuran meet bola pa with hair. Nonsense, even be a show. Now I show the crime. Jai. Ibrahim Bambolanga on the what's already at them ignored Benke ignored what is so the MPP for by your betting me winning and they am fine. Yeah, per dear Nagana for betting me with your tax money, Benya home for so. Oh, my Ghana. And this UMPP, 2 man, 1 to a mano, yeah, per development. That is what I Ghana for you. Yeah, pay Sikano. Your taxes near Giano. Dear near day, into the atom when the atom taxes. They also do data and say, what is government using the tax money for? That's what you should go to.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.